Morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good day, good moment in time, wherever you guys are in this here and now. It's me, Ria on the run, just hitting the trails today in this beautiful, magical forest. Cloudy today. And as I was running, I was contemplating a lot of information. And so I'm just going to get to the point is what Spirit is bringing through today, reminding us and giving us the encouragement and the support that we truly, truly are the sun. We are the sun, and we are also the seed. And what Spirit is saying to have both of those come together, both of those physical representations to merge and to grow, it is through our own obedience and discipline to self. Whoops, sorry. That sun in here, the love and light, the eternal part of us, our God self that is always present and shining now and forever. There is no linear and there's no space separating us from our sun. And the obedience and the discipline come from using and applying the free will of our mind to focus, to give energy to our source energy, to the sun that we are, to keep our thoughts light, to keep our mind positive, to stay disciplined and obedient to that which our heart and soul is calling forth. And what Spirit says is we literally are the sun nourishing the seed that we are, the sun representing that spiritual part of us, that light and love that sometimes doesn't seem tangible. But Spirit is saying all will manifest, all will crystallize into the physical, all will become quote unquote solid in our physical experience as we bring our attention to our light, to our love. And in that focusing our thoughts on ourself, on our heart, on our light, on our love, on our heart's desires, on the beautiful visions in our mind that we have not yet manifested. Spirit is saying that is all about to change. For as you have done that and continued, Spirit is saying that good fight, even though there is no fight, the true fight is in the transcending of your fears and doubt, the veil, the confusion that prevent you from trusting in your own light. And all of life's circumstances, situations on our journey have guided us appropriately and given us exactly what we need to have a stronger connection, communication with the light and love that we are. We are it regardless. The mind will separate. And Spirit used this quick little symbolism or truth or whatever you want to call it of Adam and Eve. So we are the sun and we are the seed. Through our connection to our heart, our love, and our light, we're constantly nourishing. Okay, that's what it was. The sun is the spiritual part of us embodied in our physical, and the seed is our physical expression and that which we manifest and create. So we are the apple seed as well. So as we nurture, go within, transcend fear and doubt, and overcome all of that which prevents us from being one with our pure source God energy that we are, we grow that seed into the physical. We are meant to experience the physical expression experience of our heart. And it stems from separation, not knowing your own power, who you really are, being aware and self-realized. So with Adam and Eve, how Eve was tempted to bite the fruit, right? I think it might have been used as an apple. I'm not sure. She bit in the fruit and then that separated and then they became human, tainted with their thoughts, with their judgment. So Spirit is saying, taking it way back to there, we are now realizing, modifying, merging those two, meaning there was no sin or separation in the act of biting the apple. It was the thoughts that created the separation. Hold on here. By Eve choosing to bite the apple, she chose, in all of us, in all of what came after, an experience, chose to have that separative experience, the separation, the devil, the evil. We chose to have the limited human perception through the biting of the apple. And now we're coming full circle where we are realizing as we bit into that apple, as we created the experience of separation, we are now merging and realizing we are the apple. We are the apple that we bit. Oh my God, this is so deep. Which also is saying we are all the circumstances, we are all the situations, we are all the manifestations, we are all our thoughts, we are all that we have experienced. And the human point of view, we have chosen to take that separate approach, the illusion of separating the human and our deeds to our God source energy. And now we're coming full circle where we are realizing we are the apple and we are the sun in one. Does that not make sense, guys? That is so beautiful. So real quick again, I just stopping here on my run just to give you guys that boost and support. Spirit is saying that all that you have held dear in your heart, in your visions, in your highest aspirations, inspirations, is to be manifest because you are the sun. We are combining the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine into one to work appropriately together to give us the physical expression of that unity of the Adam and Eve. We are coming into our oneness, the realization of it. We were never separate. We just created through our thoughts and our mind the illusion of separation. And now we're here to transcend all of those fears, all of those doubts that prevent us from embodying and expressing the fullness of the sun that we are. And the seed. And the seed, what does it do when it's nourished? The sun gives the seed, and Gaia and Mother Earth representing our physical part of us. We are the sun and we are Gaia. We are one with Mother Earth. And in that, the more we bring focus and obedience and discipline to ourself, doesn't have to be in the same way, shape, or form that anyone else does. We're all individual. But as we nourish our highest frequency, the truth of who we are, as we transcend the confusion, the illusion, and the veils of fear and doubt, we nourish that seed, meaning the physical earth. We nourish and bring forth the representation of our spiritual energy. So we are the sun. As we nourish ourselves, we are nourishing that physical representation that we do hold in our heart, that the physical part of us wants to experience. And that seed, the more and more discipline and obedience we do to nurture us, to overcome and work through and transcend the fear and the doubt and allow it to work towards us, showing us where we are holding energies that do not support our seed growing into the beautiful apple tree bearing tons of fruit. That little seed is nurtured as we nurture our within, as without, as above, as below, and vice versa. They all work in symbiosis. As we bring our focus to our heart and our light, we're nurturing our physical experience and we're giving ourselves that fruit tree, and they grow many apples. So that is showing us experiencing and manifesting and creating the physical abundance as we are holding that abundance within. Hey, Theore, Fattiator, Kimmy Siegel. Yeah, just on the run. Sorry, I don't look at my comments here. Please share out, guys, if you don't mind. I thought that was really cool. And I just get so flooded with so much information that it's sometimes hard to articulate in the most powerful way. And I don't know. Hopefully you guys it came across, and I got to trust again. Oh my God. So this is how we doubt ourselves a lot. Spirit is saying we bring forth a lot of doubt on our expression and who we are as we take all of these steps. And it doesn't have to be done fully all in one. It's all those steps that create that big apple tree. It's every season. So Spirit is saying they're using me as an example of my own doubt. And every time I stepped out and transcended the fear and the doubt and didn't choose to let it overtake my mind, and I used my own free will to continue my heart's longing, my soul's longing. And how do you know what your heart and soul's longing is? You feel pulled. You feel pulled to it. And it feels good once you work through it. So it's not meant to be boom out of nowhere. A little tiny apple seed doesn't grow into this 20-year-old apple tree bearing all of this fruit. It's step by step. It's season by season, every cycle, every rain. And the rain is represented by our emotions and what we've allowed, and the releasing and the water flowing and our and releasing of the emotions and the tears of joy and happiness are all that nurturing our physical experience manifestation of abundance on earth, our heaven on earth. And it doesn't have to be, but we have to take the steps, just like a little baby growing up into a full grown adult, a great inventor. It took many experiments, it took many trials and errors, not that there is any error. It took the action through the physical to create that physical experience. The inventor, I'm sure, was ridiculed. The philosopher was judged and criticized. The poet, the actor, the musician, the artist of all ways, shapes, and forms. Little by little, they gained their strength and their confidence and their trust in here. As they took each step, they realized, oh, this isn't so bad, or yes. And what it did is, as you expand through the physical, you're expanding that connection in here as well, because we are not given and we cannot express that which we're not ready for. So every little step, every little obedient thought, choosing your free will to focus on the positive, gathering strength, every little step allowed you to gather strength in yourself, but also expand yourself, your self knowledge through the physical. An athlete trains a decathlon. I can't even say it. I can't say anything when I'm in channeling mode. But a marathon runner, it doesn't just go run and run a marathon. It had to train. It might have had to experience some injuries, some rest along the way. But Spirit is saying and affirming and congratulating us that the time is now. Like all of these leaves, we have done so many cycles, and all of those things that we've done, and all of those little acts and physical acts and expressions, whether it even be to shift a thought, is an action. Spirit is saying, even though it was to shift a thought to something lighter and higher frequency, that was taking action. And the more that we do that, it crystallizes into our physical experience. It manifests. It is created. We shifted the reality representing that frequency. You're the sun and you are the seed. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave it with that. You are the sun and you are the seed, and it's through your free will to choose the path, to choose the thoughts. But know that you guys have done that. The crux also is of the message. Shoot, sorry, I'm going to end it. Someone's trying to call me. You guys are here to experience that harvest now. Okay, that's all I want to say. That's how I'm going to leave it. You are the sun and you are the seed. The illusion of separation is no longer. We are merging and we're creating as above as below. All right, guys, may you all shine with the entirety. Let me just look at a couple comments here. As a persimmon isn't ripe until it falls from the tree. Growth can be both confusing and comforting. Absolutely. And growth is not always comfortable. It can be comfortable, but a lot of times it's the discomfort. But the discomfort is our growing, our growing. As a kid gets leg pains, I remember having leg pains growing. You're going to have those growing pains because what it is we are breaking free from the limitations, the density of what we once were, of thoughts that no longer serve us, of beliefs that no longer serve us. And this is where we all are, guys. Just like she just said, we're reaping the harvest now, guys. We are fallen. We are fallen to the physical with this high frequency, with this new expression. Thank you, Leona. Sorry. It happens exactly. You're channeling. We always channel each other and we comment each other. And I'm still just awestruck by it. I just love it. I'm just like, this is so freaking ass beautiful. It's beautiful. Lauren made sure it beyond a class C. I'm sorry. Mercedes is not as rich bitch as it in the past. Yeah, exactly. Things aren't what they were in the past. Our limited frequency, or what we were allowing, found things aren't what they used to be, and the things that meant something to us. This is an awesome point, Lauren. Thank you. Do not have that same meaning. Everything is taking on a higher frequency expression. And sometimes it's through having things that we thought we want that we realize, geez, and crow, this ain't really all that it was thought to be or cut up to be. All right, you all shine with the entirety, not just a little speck now. We are merging. We are Eve and we are Adam and we're the apple. And just sucking in those juices and essence and feeling and allowing all as the reflection of all that we've allowed ourselves, all the growth and expansion and discomfort and confusion and strength and courage and all of it, and the tears and the joy. Speaking of apples, yesterday I made some delicious apple crisp and it was so yummy and it was extra juicy. And I'm that even is symbolic of just everything is extra juicy, tasty, beautiful, full. Like I keep saying, this is the most beautiful fall that I've ever experienced in my entirety. And I'm a native Northeasterner, always grew up. I do not remember a fall as beautiful, but also I am not vibrating at the frequency that I am on this earthly experience. Everything is brighter and more beautiful, guys. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.